tomorrow. I get ahead of him. Here we go. He's got his Thursday shirt on. Live in L.A., it's The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Well, we're all making bets now, right? So I think it's Denver and the Celtics. NBA basketball right now is getting crazy. Games are nuts. Lakers game last night was seesaw, up and down. What a weird loss. Denver Suns 2 nights goes crazy. Boston blew it in Ohio. You know, one of my bets, we all make bets at this time of the year. You've been a big Dallas Mavericks guy, and they're circling the drain. And I'm a Warriors guy, not because, you know, my relationship with Draymond, but I do think they're bridging the gap young and old. And last night, J-Mac, they finally had, Wiggins was back, Chris Paul, Steph, they finally had a full team.
I happen to miss it because I was at the Lakers game, what we'll just call the debacle at Crypto.
At Crypto.
Goodness gracious.
So they had a full team. Here we go. Everybody's back. Steph was amazing. Milwaukee hung for a while. Warriors blow them out late with a gigantic fourth quarter. Here's a sample of Steph early in this one.
Steph has shown how mentally tough he is. The Warriors are shooting it so well. Curry, another three. He's got 10. When you knock him down and he gets no love, he gets mad. Look at him celebrating.
You know, we pay so much attention, and probably should, to LeBron's greatness, age, and longevity. We forget Steph's 36 very soon. Is he the anti-LeBron in many forms? Built a dynasty with his first team. Super loyal to friends and relationships. Finesse over power. Shooting over driving. Leaves oxygen in the room for others. Doesn't have to always be the number one guy. Just think about what he has dealt with this season, Steph Curry. Draymond Green, long suspension. The death of an assistant coach. Andrew Wiggins, another personal leave. The drama of Klay Thompson going to the bench. Chris Paul arrives, Hall of Fame guard, and then misses a big chunk of the season. Bob Myers leaves as a beloved general manager. He's also trying to connect 2 generations. 2 of their best young players, 21 years old, and then you got Draymond, Chris Paul, him, and here's Steph, 27 a game, cool as ever, shooting 41% on threes. Drama has surrounded him forever, even when he first got there. Do you keep Steph? Monte Ellis? He creates the Splash Brothers. The KD comes, KD leaves. The Draymond stuff. The changing of the guard, Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr. None of it phases him. He's never frazzled and remains the absolute rock, foundational piece, the steady soul of this great franchise. Forget his superior game. The difference between him and other great guards, James Harden and Kyrie Irving, is a mile wide in terms of leadership, a get-it quality, self-awareness, intangibles. He's a remarkable player. You don't get any of this ridiculous, I am the man, put some respect on it nonsense. It's all about basketball IQ, working well with others, making things work, lubricating, not agitating, adapting, evolving, dealing with KD. He's had a lot of players with a lot of baggage and drama. Just look at this year what he's dealt with. And here are the Warriors again. He's also never demanding on coaches. You know, I like LeBron, but he can be passive, aggressive, little drops in the media, putting pressure on a GM, an owner, or a coach. We've seen it a half dozen times in L.A. And I think the 4 best guards I've ever seen in my life in professional basketball, and I've watched it since the early 70s, are Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, and Steph Curry. And he's the only one that could play with all of them, get along with all of them. You could put him on any all-time team. If he played with Michael, he'd be like, hey, I'll just run around. If you spot me open, throw it. Kobe was hard to play with. Steph could play with him. He worked with KD. KD can be a lot. Got along great. He gets along with everybody. And that's an underrated skill. I love LeBron, think he's the all-time best at doing great things across the board. But there are some things about Steph I strongly prefer. And last night, another classic performance. The band is finally all back together. They add Chris Paul. It's a new GM, the death of an assistant. Clay comes off the bench. Young kids everywhere. And they're blowing out Milwaukee. Here was Steve Kerr after.
We feel like we found some combinations. We've got we're 3/4 of the way through with the season, so we've got a pretty big sample size of the different combinations out there. And so I think we're in a good spot now where we're able to put together the starting group, which has done a great job here the last month or so, and a second group now that we're fully healthy with a lot of really talented players.
Great win, Warriors. Finally, the entire unit is back, and I'll make my call. Warriors end up in the Western Conference Finals against Denver. I'm calling it out right now. Celtics Nuggets make the finals. Warriors get to the Western Conference Final. See how Steve Kerr said, we got some combinations now that are working. The season's going down. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's coming back, like what I see. So when Russell Wilson was in Seattle.
For that, potential finals preview tonight in Denver. Nuggets favored by only 1 point over the Celtics on TNT. Who wins, Keyshawn?
I'm going to pick the Celtics. I'm going to be a Denver hater all the way out.
Okay, hate 'em.
People in Denver don't like me anyway because I picked against them in the past.
Okay.
But I'm going Celtics. I think that when you're talking Tatum and Brown and Drew Holiday and Porzingis, they walking into trying to show the Denver Nuggets that they're not the ones at the top that the Celtics are.
Yeah. I'm with you on this. I think this is a very important game, more for the Celtics than for the home team, because the Celtics need to go into that building on that stage and legitimize themselves, validate themselves. Are you for real? Are you in their class yet? Because they show at times they've had 3 50-point blowouts.
Yeah, you beat a Miami team that earned the right to play in the NBA Finals last year, but were they supposed to really be there? Even though they earned it, they worked their way with Jimmy Buckets to get there, but were they really supposed to be there, or were the Celtics supposed to be there?
So the Celtics have a reputation as the best defensive team in basketball, and on many given nights I watch, especially with Drew Holiday on their side now, they are. But Denver is underrated on defense because we get caught up in Joker and Jamal. But when it is time to lock down on defense late in games, they lock down better than anybody. That's what they've been doing to the Lakers. So to me, I think this is low scoring. It might be first team to 100 wins this game because I think it's going to be a defensive knockdown drag out.
If you let Tatum and them get cooking and get hot, they gonna rain them threes on your head.
Yeah. All right. So you like Celtics? I'm going to go Celtics. I'm going to go 100-97.
I also like your dressing room. I did a bad job negotiating when I came here.
Yeah.
I should have a dressing room the size of yours. I was thinking about Russell in his office and how they gave that to him. I should have got me one like you.
That's it for us. We're back tomorrow at